This episode is brought to you by Our Daily Bread Ministries, a global media organization that makes the life-changing wisdom of the Bible understandable and accessible to all. Visit whereyou'refrom.org for more information. That's whereyafrom.org.
Welcome to Grace Enough Podcast and the 12 Days of Christmas in July series, brought to you by schoolhouseteachers.com. A firm Christian-based worldview is the springboard needed in today's world, which can be attained with a schoolhouseteachers.com education. Use code EXPLORE to pay only $179 for a 2-year ultimate membership during schoolhouseteachers.com Explore the World BOGO event. This is an incredible savings opportunity. Sign up now and receive a complimentary Explore the World tote while supplies last. Certain restrictions will apply. With your schoolhouseteachers.com membership, you can create your own homeschool schedule using over 400 unique courses, videos, lap books, unit studies, and more. One price covers the entire family, giving you immediate access to hundreds of resources, including virtual school boxes for kindergartners through high schoolers. Sign up at schoolhouseteachers.com using code EXPLORE today. Now, let's jump in to our 12 Days of Christmas in July series. Each year as Christmas approaches, I receive a text, email, or a direct message that goes something like this. Hey, do you have a list of your favorite nonprofits to shop for Christmas? And every year I say, I don't have a list, but here are some places I recommend. I'm going to remedy that now with 12 Days of Christmas in July. Each day, I sit down with a founder, executive director, or content creator of nonprofits and small businesses that I recommend. You will learn the mission and backstory behind the business, how your purchase impacts their employees, and some items they love. Before we begin day 3 with Sari Bari's director, David Grant, I want to encourage you to follow Grace Enough on Instagram at GraceEnoughPodcast_Amber. At the end of this series, I will be giving away items from all 12 businesses, and you don't want to miss it. With that said, let's drop in on day 3's conversation featuring the nonprofit Sari Bari. Good evening, David, and welcome to the Grace Enough podcast.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
Today, we are going to talk about Sari Bari, which is a company that you're the executive director for. And so before we jump into the story behind Sari Bari, just tell our listeners, what is the mission of Sari Bari?
Well, we believe in an opportunity for employment for people who are choosing to exit the sex industry. So we want to see the transformation of red light communities through sustainable employment opportunities. So we're working to build sustainable businesses so that people have that opportunity to choose.
I don't know a lot of people who've been involved with it, but like I told you earlier, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law spent years in Calcutta and know Sarah and other people who have been involved with it. So we have had your products along the way and are just really grateful for the work that you're doing. And so share a little bit of the backstory of how things got started.
Sure. Sarah, you mentioned she's the founder of Sari Bari. She was serving in Calcutta with another organization and doing a lot of outreach. And while she was there, kind of spending time with the women on the line, she learned that really they're there because they have no option. They have no other employment option. There's no upward mobility. There's nothing they can do.
That's right.
So she wanted to fix that problem. So just talking with them, she determined that there was if we can, she and her roommate, they said, hey, if we can create a business, if we can give them employment opportunities, then they can make a choice for something better. And so they took a handicraft called kantha. It's a hand stitch from recycled saris, like older saris that they would have. They can make blankets out of them to keep warm in the winter. So they said, hey, this is beautiful stuff. Why don't we take that and make a business out of it? So hired 3 women to start making blankets. And Sarah kind of started from there. And it's been quite a journey since that time. We've been able to expand far beyond just those initial blankets into home decor items, blankets, and pillows and bags and all sorts of great stuff. And that takes us to where we are now with just under 100 women who are choosing every day, full-time employment for their future and for freedom.
Yeah. And I want to make sure that people know too what a sari is, because I just assume everybody knows, but there are plenty of people who are like, we don't even know what you're talking about. And so what's a sari?
Yeah, sari is the traditional dress worn by women in India. So it's a long piece of cloth that's wrapped around them. It's a really beautiful patterns and materials, bright colors, and just an exciting piece of cloth. So just a beautiful way for us to enhance our products.
It is. And I mean, I've been to India, goodness, I guess it's been maybe 15 years, which is how long Sari Bari has been around. Is that correct?
Yeah.
It's been 15 years. And I remember really the first time just seeing all of the beautiful fabric in India. And it's a sight to behold, really. I mean, it is more beautiful than people really could imagine. And so I love that that's recycled material and then it's being passed on to continue doing something with it and providing fair wages, really, for so many women. And so if someone purchases something from Sari Bari, what is that doing for the women that you are employing?
Well, it's giving employment, that is because we want to build a sustainable business. We recognize that each of these ladies, they have strength of their own. They have abilities of their own. They can make their own choices for freedom. They can teach me, they can bring me along in an understanding of what our world is like. So if we can offer them that opportunity just to work, just to choose to build a future for themselves, they do a beautiful, beautiful job. So that's what the purchase is all about. And beyond that, we also have donation opportunities for programs that a woman can choose to help her along her journey. So that's like providing education for their children. We have a school benefit program, HIV/AIDS support for them. We can cover training for them with that program, and a yearly health checkup with that. So that kind of extends beyond what normal employment would do, but just to help to ensure that the decisions that she's making will lead to success.
Well, and tell me, what do you love most about working with the women and just the company in general?
Yeah, with the time that I've spent visiting in Kolkata, I mean, it really is just the women that I love, that they have their own strength, they have their own future, they have their own way that they go about their days that is transformative. The being able to sit there and, I don't speak their language, but we all speak and we all understand life, and they can teach me so much, just in the ways they can tease me, just in the ways
Yeah.
they can, serve, tea at break as I'm working with them, just to see and get little glimpses at just how human and valuable each of them are. So that's the thing. And in addition to, we have a long history with supporting Sari Bari. Before I joined the team, my wife has been doing product photography for quite a long time. And so we have already had a house full of a whole lot of the bright, colorful saris. And so it has in every way impacted our lives in really beautiful, colorful ways.
That's awesome. All of the women who work for Sari Bari now, are all of them still coming out of the red light district, or has that shifted a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, in addition to offering employment to women who want to choose to exit, we've historically had opportunities for prevention. So women who would be vulnerable can participate in employment as well. And but primarily, the women who are with us today have made commitments to no longer participate in the red light area, in the current and what's available there. However, because we want to see the transformation of the red light community, many of the women live in that area, and they are participating in that transformation with their daily choices and their invitations to other women.
That's incredible, because I know that it's a difficult road to walk. So it's good to hear that. But tell everybody, what are a few of the most popular products that someone can find at saribari.com?
Well, first of all, the nature of utilizing recycled saris means that every piece that we have is unique.
Yep.
So, and being handmade. So it's always fun to just grab new things. So, people who might want more items and more variety might go towards some of the cheaper items. So we have a lot of makeup bags that sell very well, and wallets and things like that. So those are great. The Moda makeup bags, if people check out our site, saribari.com, are probably the most number of items that we sell is those. Favorite bag historically for us is called the Shopna. It's a mini messenger bag. It's a really great and functional bag for people. So will fit your smaller laptop or iPad or anything like that, and all that you need for the day. And then probably, there's the classic Sari Bari blanket that
I was going to say my favorite is the blanket.
Yeah, it won't go away. It's a great one for people to check out.
And they last so long. I mean, most blankets do, but they're very special because, like you said, they're so unique. I mean, you don't find a colorful fabric like that very often that are well crafted. So that's definitely my favorite. And so I want to make sure that everybody knows it's SariBari.com. So saribari.com. David, thank you so much for being here with me today and sharing a little bit about Sari Bari and what you do. Get shopping, friends, or at least save this episode for reference when you are looking to buy your next gift. Don't forget to follow Grace Enough on Instagram at GraceEnoughPodcast_Amber so you can enter the huge giveaway coming at the end of our 12 days of Christmas in July. Let's meet back here tomorrow for day 4 featuring Women's Bean Project.